Hello, beautiful people. Dr. Cari here. Today, I want to talk to you about the difference between compassion and empathy. I will say in all of my years of working with people and in my own healing journey, empathy has been a problem for many of the people that I work with. So let's first feel in our body the difference. I want you to close your eyes. When you close your eyes, I want you to imagine a time when you were empathetic with somebody and what they were going through. And let's just see how that feels in your body. Great. Now, if you opened your eyes, I want you to close your eyes again. And I want you to imagine what it would feel like, or what it does feel like when you hold compassion for another person. Beautiful. So when I did this, for me, empathy felt really heavy, and compassion was like this elevated state. You think about it like the bodhisattva, you know, the goddesses of compassion. They're these beings that hold this sort of elevated open space. And yet empathy, when you get down in it with somebody, your vibration actually lowers. And in my health journey and with many of the people that I work with, a unbalanced relationship to empathy versus compassion is part of their health problem, because you're constantly dropping your energy down to meet other people where they are. This is not what we want to do. When we hold a compassionate space for what someone else is going through, we hold an elevated state and invite them to rise up to us, right? So where does empathy, the ability for empathy, come from? Often in our culture, it is touted as a good thing. But if you have ever thought of yourself as too sensitive, this could be what's going on for you. And it's actually pretty easy to start to learn to navigate it once we realize that being empathetic with somebody isn't helping them, and it actually isn't helping us. So for many people, they learn to be empathetic when they were children, when their environment as a child didn't feel safe for one reason or another. You start to use that intuitive sense to read the field around you so that you don't get surprised, and you learn how to navigate it, right? Does this sound familiar to anybody? So if you're in an environment where there's a lot of anger, you want to know when it's coming so you can get out of the way, or maybe you can try to cheer somebody up. A lot of the what I call outdated survival programming that we have is in and around how to survive in our environment. And very often it involves this sixth sense of being able to read the field and respond accordingly. So empathy, like I said, brings us down into the energy. It has an element of fear attached to it. So when we're working with empathy, if you're a person that feels other people's emotion, and if you're a person that has a lot of health challenges, this is probably part of what's going on. You're literally taking on the energy of other people and now having to process it in your body. So if you're a person who does that, what I want you to do is get very clear, like do that meditation. If you didn't feel it today, do the meditation on compassion, and then do the meditation on empathy, and just get really clear in your body that empathy doesn't actually feel good. It really doesn't. And then when you feel that you're being empathetic with somebody, in other words, what you can ask yourself, is this my emotion or is this somebody else's? Is this my pain or is this somebody else's? Is this my whatever or is this somebody else's? And if the answer is somebody else's, not mine, mine, not mine, mine, not mine. I literally have been trained in this. Not mine, you drop it to Mama Gaia. You are not serving anybody by carrying around other people's stuff. There's a lot more nuances to this, but I want to give all you beautiful people out there that are empaths permission to stop doing it. Just stop it. It does not serve. I've been working with this idea of empathy for a long time, and I was co-leading a retreat, and there was this one beautiful woman there by the name of Pauline Nagoon, and there was she was one of the co-leaders, and there was an attendee there, and the attendee was in a lot of pain. It was day one. She was in so much pain, and Pauline walked up to her and said, "You stop being an empath right now." And the woman, for whatever reason, heard it at the depth of her soul, and within 2 days, she was out of pain. It was truly a miracle. And it really gave me that next level of teaching around that difference. And I started working with it and working with it because I see it so often in my practice. So a lot of, people come to me for health, and a lot of what I'm helping them do is learn how to navigate their past emotions, is learn how to navigate their empath. Just say no. Is learn how to be a well person in this world, which is different than just taking supplements. So I hope this helps you really start to, if you are a highly sensitive person, really start to look at this, because it is so important that we stop feeling and thereby taking on other people's stuff. We can sense it. We can know it's there. We can have compassion for their journey. We can hold them in their highest. Very different than feeling sorry for them and feeling them. And yeah, very different. Sending you all so much love. If you are struggling, if you are having health issues, please reach out. I do free 15-minute connect calls where we can talk about what's going on for you, and we can get you back on track to being the amazing, bright light being that you are. Sending you so much love.